How can I get the support I need in all areas of my life? That's today's question. So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who has 5 children, 3 of whom are under the age of 5 and 2 of whom she homeschools. She's also running her own business. She's an entrepreneur and trying to do all of the myriad things that moms do on a daily basis and hold it all together without losing her sanity. So we were talking and she said, I just feel like I have way too much on my plate. And I can't do it all and do it all like I want it to be done. So we had a conversation about how to make her life feel more expansive and open and less overwhelming. And as we talked, we realized there were really 2 pieces here. The first was that she needed to learn to ask for support. And the second was that she needed to learn to give herself permission to receive it. So the more we talked, the more we both realized that both of us had grown up in households where it was almost drilled into us, if you want something done right, you've got to do it yourself, which somehow got translated into you should be able to do it yourself or you're less than, and so you're not allowed to ask for support. So we worked out a 5-step plan for her. The first thing I asked her to do was to make a list of all of her roles and responsibilities, everything she does on a daily, weekly, monthly basis that she has been pretty much solely responsible for or primarily responsible for. Everything from taking care of the kids to homeschooling to shuttling them to and from various practices, dance, soccer, etc., to making all the meals, doing all the shopping, trying to run her business, all the tasks she does as part of her business, all the things that she does for her husband, all the things that she does to help him with his business, all the stuff she does for her parents and for her in-laws, all of these roles, everything she could think of. And I had her take a couple of days to do this because so often at first glance we miss stuff. So number 1, write down all of your roles and responsibilities. Number 2, be honest with yourself. In which of these areas do you feel like you're not getting enough support? No judgment, no criticism, no blame, no shame. Just where do I feel like I'm not getting enough support? I could use a little help here, or a lot of help. So, roles and responsibilities. Number 2, where could you use some help, some support with that area? Number 3, who could you ask to help you? Your husband, your sister, your mother, your child. Who could you turn to? Who could you delegate some of these things to? Or who could you ask to pitch in? So one of the things we came up with is that her kids kind of got off scot-free. And I said, if they're old enough to be in school, they're old enough to start doing some chores around the house. And so her 3 youngest that are under the age of 5, she assigned, just some little things that she didn't feel like she would have to constantly oversee and that would add to her workload. But her older children are 7 and 9. And she felt like I could actually entrust them with doing the dishes. I could entrust them with going around and getting the garbage together to take out to the street. So who in your house or outside of your house, depending on what your roles and responsibilities are, could you ask for help? Could you ask your best friend to come babysit for 2 hours this weekend so you have some me time or some time to get some other stuff done? Because you know that you get more done when you're not trying to watch the kiddos at the same time. So, roles and responsibilities. Where do you need help? Who can you ask for help? How do you want to ask them? And for Melody, this was a struggle because she'd always been the strong one. She'd always been the yes woman. She'd always been the people pleaser. And she's like, how can I go to these people that I've always said yes to and now ask them for help when I've always been the helper, not the helpee? I said, Melody, here's the thing. As humans, we are programmed to want to help others. By denying them the opportunity to help you, it's almost like you're shunning them and turning their love away. It's like Somebody gives you a gift and you're like, no thanks, I don't want your gift, and you shove it back at them. People want to help you. It makes them feel good because they love and care about you, that they're able to offer you their help. Now, I get that sometimes help seems like it comes with conditions or comes with ifs or buts or ands, and that's not the kind of help I'm talking about. If you want to receive that kind of help, it comes with conditions, then by all means, I'll let you and the other person set your conditions and be clear up front about what those conditions are. But I'm talking about the people who actually love you unconditionally and just want to help you. Go to them first. Number 5. This is another really big one. Give yourself permission to receive the help you asked for. And keep in mind, it may not be the way you would have done it, and that's okay. So, Melody quickly learned that her kids didn't pre-wash the dishes as well as she did. She's got a really good high-quality dishwasher, and it was fine. Maybe you asked your husband to do the laundry or your roommate to do the laundry, and instead of sorting the clothes like you would have, they throw it all in together, but it gets clean and it doesn't do any damage and it's fine. Maybe they go to the store to go grocery shopping and they buy the wrong can of mayonnaise, but you know what? It's fine. Like at the end of the day, you got the help you needed. Maybe it wasn't exactly as you would have wanted it to be done, or you would have done it yourself. But if it's really one less thing you can take off of your to-do list, with one less thing you have to do, and you didn't have to do it, check, bonus, right? That, and there may be some training involved, right? Maybe you need to make a more detailed list for the person who's doing your grocery shopping, so that doesn't happen in the future. Or maybe you need to teach your kids how you want the dishes to be done before you give them that task. But know that if it doesn't get done exactly like you would have done it, it's probably going to be okay. The world is not going to end. So there you have it, my 5 steps to getting the support that you need. Make your list of all your roles and responsibilities. Decide where you need help. Decide who can help, how you're going to ask them, and give yourself permission to receive it. There you have it. I hope you found that helpful. Keep the questions coming in. It's Dr. Mary, and I'll see you next week.